First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Get ready. Their own 28-yard line.
Yellow! On the line, right?
Silver.
50, yellow.
58.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
51, Mike 51.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Here we go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They're running it.
10. Hey, Foxtrot.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing is Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
10.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Stafford going to get this one to Johnson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
You're all right, baby. Get this. You're all right. Check. Check safety. Switch.
They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Complete to T.J. Hawkinson. First and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
They're on the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
38-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Chicago! D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're rocking.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Alert!
On first down, Benjamin. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Lions 14, Bears 7.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I'm scared.
To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Stafford now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Benjamin. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
50-50.
on 2nd and 9. Stafford, a throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Come on, guys. We got this.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. On first down, Benjamin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he gets it down to the 32.
Good job.
Complete to Kenny Galladay.
Too easy. Too easy.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 32-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Bandit. Switch.
32! Hurry!
Back to throw, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got you. Hey, 50 extra money. For 50 extra money, I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you.
Hey, 43, 15.
Kill.
Yellow.
Kill. Turn up. Watch the safety creep.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D lineman, you play the run.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Yellow! There's a line!
Cut, cut, cut.
Now here's Mahomes. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Jake Ryan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Yellow!
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Sunday. He's coming.
Mahomes going to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Talk to your boy. Protect it.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Great coverage there holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you do.
That's caught inside the 20, and he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 52 yards.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Lady!
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Stay 50, stay 50.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Benjamin's got it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Hey, blue 60, 32.
Get ready. Get ready.
Hey, Alpha.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Baby. 6. Quick 6. That's what they call us.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Like 41. We got to wedge that. Hey, tight down, tight down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Got it right. Got it in. 15. Check. 40. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang.
Now Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. The 20. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
We ain't giving them nothing today. Omaha, ready to move.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hawkinson. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Man left, man left. Even.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup.
On second down, Benjamin. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Stafford. Looking right sideline, that's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On second and goal, Stafford, he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Quit talking about it. Charlie, 51, Mike 51. Watch the slant. Check 43.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. The open man is Westbrook. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
2 yards. First down, Chicago.
Shoot. Switch.
Attack.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. The screen pass here to Cohen. And an alley to run. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, 70.
Watch the pass.
32. 40 got.
Check 3.
Throwing is Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Yellow.
Watch it.
43. 43.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Right side.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
You better break. 15. 15.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 2, fellas. Let's go. Under 10.
Yellow.
10.
Hey, dribble it. Dribble it. Right side.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Trey Flowers, and the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check 4. Check 4. 21.
Now it's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here we go. Here we go. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 3 down. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Hey, 15. 15. 15.
Watch QB drop. Check.
Over there.
Check hot route.
Right side.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Harris. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Back now at Ford Field. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the... And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Lions 49, Bears 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Fight on these two.
Oh, you got deep? Hey!
They try again with Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Johnson jostles free. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015...
And that's caught inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, replay. Hey, 57.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check 24, check.
Hey, 57.
Kill.
Attack.
Alert flare.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's complete to Kelsey. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Chicago.
On first down, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Stick Omaha, ready move.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Lions, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.